5 films. 5 kinds of desire you can't look away from. These are the top 5 Spanish erotic movies for adults, and number 1 might just wreck you. Stay till the end. You won't want to miss it. Kicking off with number 5, Bad Influence, 2025. What happens when the person you trust least becomes the one you can't stay away from? On a sun-scorched luxury getaway, a young woman's tightly controlled life begins to crack the moment a magnetic stranger enters her orbit. She came here to relax, to disappear into routine and comfort. Instead, she finds herself pulled into a game she never agreed to play. Every conversation between them feels loaded with something unspoken. Every shared silence stretched tight with tension, neither will name out loud. He's confident, unpredictable, impossible to read, and that's exactly what makes him dangerous. As the days blur together, the line between harmless flirtation and something far more consuming starts to dissolve, and she's forced to face a version of herself she thought she'd buried for good. Number 4, Through My Window. Imagine loving someone from a distance for so long that watching becomes its own kind of relationship. That's Raquel's reality, staring across the street at a boy who belongs to a world she was never invited into. Aries comes from privilege, guarded by family expectations and walls he didn't choose to build. Raquel comes from nothing but her own fearlessness, refusing to disappear quietly the way everyone expects her to. When circumstances finally force them into the same orbit, what unfolds isn't instant. It's a slow, aching collision of pride, longing, and chemistry neither of them can suppress. Every stolen glance carries weight. Every almost touch feels like it could unravel everything. Their worlds were never supposed to intersect, and that's exactly what makes their connection feel like rebellion. Number 3, My Fault, 23. What do you do when the person you're forbidden to want lives down the hall from you? Noah's entire world shifts when her mother remarries, uprooting her into a new house, a new family, and a stepbrother who makes it clear from day one that he wants nothing to do with her. Nick is closed off, carrying anger he won't explain, hostility that feels like armor rather than cruelty. Noah refuses to shrink under it, and that refusal becomes the spark that changes everything between them. What starts as friction slowly, dangerously, turns into something neither of them can name out loud, something made even more volatile by the fact that it should never happen at all. Eternal. Number 2, Tell Me What You Want, 224. What if the most dangerous thing about desire isn't hiding it? It's saying it out loud. After walking away from a shattered engagement, Ivy finds herself pulled into the orbit of Aries Sinclair, a man whose reputation precedes him everywhere he goes. He's commanding, unpredictable, and unlike anyone she's ever let herself want. Unlike stories built on hesitation and denial, this one moves differently. These are 2 people who know exactly what they want and aren't interested in pretending otherwise. Aries is possessive but never careless, drawn to the one thing about Ivy he can't control. Ivy discovers in him a kind of freedom she didn't know she was allowed to claim. Every encounter between them feels deliberate, charged with a confidence that makes the tension almost unbearable to watch. Number 1, Amar, 2017. Before there was a name for this genre, there was Amar. A story so raw it feels less like fiction and more like a memory you weren't supposed to see. Laura and Carlos fall into a first love so consuming it swallows everything around them, the kind of relationship that becomes your entire world the moment you're standing inside it. There are no grand gestures here, no polished perfection, just the suffocating, breathless intensity of being young and loving someone so completely that it starts to blur the line between devotion and obsession.